Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I'm going to be talking and giving my opinion. Today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a hot ass minute, many years since I started realizing and being not a 2020 oh my god, flop talk gay, whatever. You know what I fucking mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, so, I want to talk about how straight people take every single thing, whether that's fashion, whether that's lingo, whether that's humor, whether that's just everything, whatever it is, they take everything from the gays. The straights take every single thing from the gays. And I am sick and tired of it. I'm literally, I don't know, it seems like a lot of energy for that's a lot of energy for safe, but it really, I don't know, it really girds my loins, especially when these guys are either borderline homophobic or homophobic 95% of the freaking time, and you're literally using my lingo, you're using my people's lingo, not my lingo, I didn't make it up, but you're using my community's lingo from years and years and years and years ago, but it's 20 years old, and it's beat to death, and you're talking about it, and it's what the hell? And you're literally it just doesn't make sense. I'm how can you hate these people so much, but you're jipping all their swag? It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm trying to clock the gag. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's get into this and why this all started. So the other day I was at work and this guy, he's not homophobic. It's whatever. It's no big deal. It's fine. It's not really a big deal, but it just had me thinking. He was saying clock it and he was saying T. This man is fully straight. He's in his 30s. Whatever. You know what I mean? But it's fine. It's fine. Say it. I don't care. It's not that I'm oh, you can't say it. This is my term. No. But my issue is these people, first of all, don't know where it came from. Second of all, how does it get to these men? How are you learning this lingo? Because this is not your community. This is not, unless you're a DL guy, you don't know these terms. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I was at work and he was saying clock it and T and all this stuff. And I was what are you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm just what is going on here? What is happening? And so, yeah, he was yeah, clock it, T, just jokingly, which is fine. Obviously, I have no problem with it, but it had me thinking this. And then I'm just there's so many times in school where I'll see a homophobic guy talking about clock it. I'm fuck are you clocking? What are you clocking? There's no clock. There's no clock. What time is it? There's no clock. It's just what are you clocking? It makes me mad because I'll be literally seeing homophobic guys talking about clock it, clocking it. What are you clocking? You tell me what you're clocking. Give me the clock. What's the time? What are you clocking? And I keep saying that, but it's the clock is the number one term that everybody's using right now. Clock has been a term since the 2000s, probably since the 90s for all I know, because I'm pretty educated, decently educated on gay history and whatever, but I'm not the most educated. Let me know if you know. I'm sure it's from the 90s and the 2000s. I know it's from the 2000s at least, but I'm sure it's been around since the 90s. Clock it, right? Same thing with gag, bitch. Oh my god, the gag makes me mad because the thing is, I was saying gag in middle school and people were gag? What you mean gag? What are you talking about gag? I have a shirt, I have Lux Noir London merch that says gag them a bit. It's by the way my Corey King shirt, but you know what? I have Lux Noir London merch that says gag them a bit, and so many people, students, teachers, people in public, my parents, everybody has looked at me sideways what are you talking about gag them a bit? What is this sexual shirt? And I'm it's not sexual, it's gag them a bit. You're oh, shocked. And I've had to explain it time and time and time again. But now suddenly everybody gets it. Everybody understands it. Everyone knows what being gagged is and having a gag, a good old gag, which is fine, have your gag, whatever. Well, I mean, it is our lingo, but it's whatever. I don't care. But it's how are you going to act I was crazy all those years for wearing a shirt that said gag them a bit, and I had to explain gag to every single person. Whenever I wore that shirt, I had to explain what gagged meant because people were what's that about? What's that about? Anti-oop in 2019. Do you know how many homophobic visco girls were saying anti-oop? I know because I was on the internet. I wasn't really in the political space, but now looking back at it, I know these girls were Republican girls. These are Republican girls saying anti-oop all over the world, having stickers of anti-oop, saying anti-oop all over town, wherever you were in your small town, wherever, these girls were saying it. And the thing is, 95% of those girls, not 95, a rough 60% of those girls were Republican people talking about anti-oop, which is a term, not even just lingo, just a term that came from a drag queen, Jasmine Masters. Anyway, that's my little spiel on lingo that they take. There's way more lingo that they take. There's so many different terms and words and whatever these people have taken and continue to take and will continue to take. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. But my issue is also with the fashion. Do you know how many things I wore that were like considered like like not girly but like feminine or like whatever, that were like gay, like to people back in the days, like when I was younger, a little younger, a couple years ago, like 2-3 years ago, that I wore, that I was made fun of for, that these guys are now wearing, that these girls are, no, well, the girls is different, but these guys are now wearing. I'm like, this is fashion that is outdated now. You're wearing it because it's cool now, but it was cool when I wore it, and you made fun of me for it. And it's a tale as old as time. Talk about the 70s, talk about the 80s, talk about the 90s, talk about any single time when there's gay fashion. It's always the gays fashion, and then it becomes the straights fashion because they take it. But the thing is, we are belittled, berated, degraded, ridiculed, like whatever you want to say about it. Every single thing that could happen under the sun happens to us because of what we are wearing. And yeah, it's fine. It's just okay, okie dokie. And it's like, why are we fine with this? And it's like, we're not fine with this because it's like, if you talk to any like informed gay or any like actually cool gay, they understand, and like just like me, they have the same opinion and stance and like whatever as me 95% of the time. The issue is with the straight people, but we can't fight. It's like there's no way to fight it because it's like talking to a brick wall, you know what I mean? Like stop taking our thing. Same thing with like, it's just like every single thing, it doesn't matter what, like lingo and fashion are the number ones, but it's like, it's just everything. It's just like the videos, the TikTok, like the Stan Twitter humor, which, not that straight people don't like Stan Twitter humor, not that there's not straight people on Stan Twitter, but the bulk of Stan Twitter is run by gay people, like queer people, whatever it is. So it's like these videos, right? Like this is my thing. I watched all the Stan Twitter stuff in like third, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, middle school times, like young to middle school times, right? And nobody understood it. Nobody got it. I was sending videos to my friends. They're like, haha, yeah, right. Nobody got it. I was talking about who's gonna be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump, for so many years. They go viral on Stan Twitter years and years and years before, and they're used on Stan Twitter for years and years and years before, like Onika Burgers, or in the sense that, right, those were literally, if you were on Stan Twitter, you knew it for years. Like, and I've been on Stan Twitter. I used to be an Ariana Grande stan, but you know what I mean? So it's like, that has been on Stan Twitter for years. Suddenly it gets found on TikTok. So one person finds it on TikTok, they share it to this person, it goes super mega viral. And TikTok, this is why I don't like TikTok. TikTok, you can still sponsor me, but like, it's like, but this is why I don't like TikTok. People will beat things to death on TikTok. But the thing is, these memes were posted onto TikTok by a gay person from Stan Twitter. This person on TikTok had Stan Twitter, posts it to TikTok, it goes viral, all the straight people take it and run with it and beat it to death till it's not funny anymore. And suddenly a video that has been an age-old classic, tales old as time, perfect, like timeless video, is dead and unfunny and corny and lame when you say it. And it's like, I am just so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. So many things that I have liked. So like this necklace, for example, not that this is punk, like this isn't anything, but not this necklace, any, like, I don't know, I could go on my wardrobe and be like, this shirt, like one shirt in my wardrobe, you know what I mean? I'll be like, okay, this shirt right now, this is not trendy to anybody in my school, anybody who's around me or in my circle. This is not cool to anybody. And in a couple years, you're all gonna be living and gagging for it and trying to buy it, and it's gonna be way overdone and like in every single shop and every single thing. But right now, people are looking at me sideways, which is fine. I don't care. And like, the people who get it, you get it. If you know, you know. Like, if you get the vibes, like, it's whatever. But these people will look at you sideways, and then years later, they will take every single thing that you ever did, and then there's no credit for it. Not that you're supposed to get credit for it, and that, not that I expect one person to come up to me and be like, you did that years ago, I know that. But I just want these straight people to just recognize and just be like, yes, like, we're taking it, but like, it's fine, and like, we are not gonna take away all your rights. That's the thing. I keep saying 95, that's a bad number. Like 80% of the people who do all of this stuff, like, because like, I'm pretty sure like most people, like straight people, do it, but it's like 80%, like a high percentage is Republican and against it. So it's like, these Republican people will be saying these things and doing these things and taking away your rights and all this, but they're like, no, so we can take away your rights, but we can also take your fashion, and we can also take your humor and your lingo and your entire like paraphernalia, every single thing that you do, we can take it, and that's gonna be okay, and we're not gonna credit you. We're not gonna say you made it up. We are just gonna take it and run with it, but we're also gonna say that we hate you and that we take away your rights and that you're pedophiles, because that's just like that's the exchange here. the exchange rate, you know what I mean? So that's literally what they do, and it gets so infuriating because I see it constantly. I'm like, what are you talking about clocking, gagging? Like, what do you mean here? What do you, like, I don't know, it just makes me super mad, and I'm really, really sick and tired of seeing it every single place I turn, and there's no way to escape it. There's no way to escape these, first, okay, also, not even just the straight guys, this is a side fight, but the girls overdo it so much that I clock it, wake it up, randomly, just like, what are you waking up, what are you clocking, randomly, just like, random thing. And it's like, majority, okay, like, I will say, this is a very good point that I should have said earlier. Also, a lot of that is from ballroom and like the trans people of color and all the people, not to sound like the woke police over here, but like, I'm just, you know what I mean, like, all of it, majority of the lingo is from people of color, and that is taken, but like, also a majority of it is from people of color from ballroom and like whatever, and like, it just arrives and it grows and it's like whatever. But it's like, these girls, these random like straight girls would just be like, clock it, gag it, like random, and I'm like, I just don't understand. I'm just like, what are you gagging, what are you clocking? And they also say it in the worst times, like I said, with the beating it to death thing. They will just beat it and beat it and beat it to death till it's not funny anymore, and it's horrible, and it's like, stop, just stop, give it up, end it, please, stop, leave it alone, let it be mine, let it be ours. Stop telling everybody about it. Like, it's just, I hate it. Ugh. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little rant. I'm gonna go inside now because this car is so freaking hot. I hope you had a good day. Let me know if you want to see more rants. Goodbye.